Lovely, let's welcome the lovely, she's been described as hilarious, quick-witted and not bribing reviewers. It's Sassafras Nitro Jet! Hello! Give it up one more time for Paul, go on. I'll let you have this one.
Thanks, guys!
Quick question. Do you think my hair looks better like this or like this?
Both.
One or both? Fantastic. I love you lot. Right. I'm Sassafras Nitro Jet, lovely to meet you. If anyone here hasn't met me before, the best way I could, how do I describe myself? I mean, growing up, I wasn't a very masculine kid. Don't know if it shows. And it used to really bother me that I didn't fit in with all the other boys. But as I got older, I realised that all the other boys fit in me. Didn't seem to be that much of an issue, you know. Paul was great, and he had everything memorised. I don't. So. This is fucking great. You should really get into it. So good. Don't look. Don't look. Bastard. No, I'm JK, so Sassafras Nitro Jet, JK Rowling Sleep Paralysis Demon. I mean, her actual nightmare is actually a toilet with lipstick on the seat, wearing a wig, smoking a roll-up, going, "Go on, darling, have a piss." No, but she's a real cunt. She is. I know, she wrote a couple of books and then thought she could just be like Hitler again. I was like, no, maybe just leave that one alone. And the thing is, it's one of those things that, like, watching what's happened with J.K. Rowling, it's one of those things of, like, growing up, I mean, I was going to say gay then, but I'm going to go with queer, because I feel like this has gone a little bit above what gay is. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like gay, faggot, whatever this is. Different level. But growing up, I used to be really, like, I was like, you know, so scared about, like, finding a way of, like, you know, being accepted and, like, what's that going to be like in the world? And then I kind of come out when I was like, this is fine. You know, you meet gay men and you're like, okay, well, we didn't all make it good. You know, it's not their fault, not always their fault. But you let it go. But obviously, like J.K. Rowling, she comes out and she just starts, you know, being a dick, and loads of people around the world just suddenly went, I've always thought this. And you're like, sweet. Perfect, love to hear it. Please let us all know more. And the reason I think about that so much is because, like, I've always tried to find my place in the world, right? Whether it's in drag or gay. I don't know, can you use gay as like a verb? No, I just did, I don't know if it worked. And one of the things, especially when it comes to being a drag queen, like, I was like, I really want to be a good drag queen, right? You know, I hope that's coming across. And I was like, so what, like, how do you be a good drag queen? So I googled it, like, what, you know, how to be a good drag queen. What do people want to see drag queens do? And the first result was celebrity impressions. Second result was kill themselves because they're paedophiles and groomers. So I thought I'd try the first one tonight. And if that fails, there's a backup. You know, I'm never going to kill myself. They're going to have to watch me live a very long fucking life. No, so yeah, I thought I'd do celebrity impressions. And I was trying to think of like what's the really good celebrity impression for drag queens to do. Like all the results or anyone I spoke to have just told me to do Cher. Yeah? Yeah. You would like Cher? Great. And I was like, okay, I'll try and get a Cher impression down. And the only thing I could think about doing was watching Mamma Mia 2. Here we go again. I wish they fucking hadn't. That film is shit. But the one, I mean, there's a couple of good things about that film. Like, I mean, Cher is the only real good thing about that film. And I kind of love it because I don't really know what Cher was doing on set. Because every time she's on screen, she like is making an entrance. And like the first time you see her arrive in the film, she arrives in a fucking helicopter. And I was like, I don't think that was scripted. I think she just rang her one day and was like, I'm arriving on a chopper, you either get it or you fucking don't. And but no, I watched it and I got really, really obsessed with the part where she's on the big balcony up at the party. And then she just turns around and goes, Fernando? I mean, cinematic fucking gold. I was obsessed with it. And I spent the next like 3 weeks of my life just parroting that to myself everywhere I went. You know, just walking down the road and I'm like, Fernando. Fernando. I fucking loved it. You know, you gotta be careful, you know, when you do it and someone's like, that's me, and then you're like, not you. And you're like, still suck you off. And then you try and get the number, and it's like... You know, and then you're like, well, you're a copper, so I can't really... Oh no, the Metropolitan Police would never take anyone's number, they don't want to follow up. Anyway, yeah, no, so I just kept parroting myself, and then like a couple of people I knew was like, I think you're actually getting quite good at doing the Cher impression. And I was like, thank you, liars, but you know. But it did get me to thinking, maybe I could do other celebrities, okay? So I'm going to try some other ones out for you tonight. How does that feel? Yeah. Sweet, okay. Yeah, again, haven't really got any prepared. It's a kind of fly by the seat of my pants, really. So I'm just going to ask you to shout some names out, and then I'm just going to do the impression, okay? But also, before, make sure it's someone I will know. Not like my mate Dave. I mean, I have had that before. And I've had him as well. So anyway. Okay, yeah, anyway, so show someone else. Britney. Spears? Yeah. Okay. Britney. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I've got it. Fernando? Yeah? Okay, we'll try another one.
Katie Price.
Oh, we had Katie Price and David Attenborough. I'm loving learning the difference between the people of this audience. David Attenborough, Katie Price, like, which one should I pick? I'll go with David Attenborough, that seems like more of a challenge. Okay. Yeah. Fernando. Yeah? Okay, we'll do one more. One last one. Can anyone think of anyone in the fucking world? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, what? Paris Hilton. Okay, thank you very much. You lot. Get the game up. Okay. Paris Hilton. It's quite hard, actually. Yeah, now I think, yeah, okay. No, I don't have It's one Sass, come on. Okay, yeah. Fernando. Fabulous. We'll add that to the CV. I was going to ask who was on online dating, but I think the room's full of basically gay men, so all of you. And is anyone in the room not been on Grindr? I just had this one man go, yeah. They sounded really sad about it. Don't be. Anyone who hasn't been on Grindr, the only way I can describe it to you, it's like interning as an escort. No one's getting paid, but there's lots of jobs to do. Yeah. People say wild shit to you on Grindr. Like, some people will just message you without you messaging them, just going, not interested. And I'm like, okay. I had one guy message me saying I looked like I had the body of an exclusively speaking role in gay porn. I'm glad he was familiar with my work. Another guy told me, another guy said, imagine the potential your body would have if you worked out. He come on my chest, I think it worked out just fine, actually. And the thing is, like, Grindr is mainly used for just casual sex. And I think most dating apps are. Like, I think the straight version of Grindr is Tinder. I don't really know too much about that, if I'm totally honest. I used to live with this woman, and she like broke up with her boyfriend. And she was like, I want to have casual sex like gay men do. So I was like, okay. And I coached her on how to talk to people on Tinder. And the men she spoke to thought she was a fucking psychopath. They're like, you sound dangerous. They're like, I want a me. So it did work out, but not quite in the way that I thought. But I think all like dating apps are basically sold to us on the idea that casual sex is fun and exciting, and that it can lead to more. Probably won't. But in reality, casual sex is not like. Casual sex is kind of like trying food in a restaurant you've never been to before. If it's really, really good, you're like you know you tell all your friends. You know, oh my god, it was amazing. Portion sizes were huge. It was so good, we ate twice. You send them a little picture of the menu. Or it's like you start eating, and you're not really enjoying it, but the other person clearly is, and you don't want to be that kind of person to ruin the evening, so you just kind of decide on your own you're not going to eat there again. Unless you're really, really hungry. You need to make a new restaurant. Jealous. No, but in all seriousness, I am actually quite a bit of a slag. Yes, I'm unwrapped and on prep, as Paul said. And one of the things that comes along with that, because I'm a slag, but I'm also like quite a bit of a hypochondriac, so I'm constantly scared I'm going to get some sort of like disease. But it doesn't stop me doing any of the actual practices. I'm terrified, but some bone bastard idol. And I go to the STI clinic loads. And the thing is, I don't know what it's like for straight people, but I'm assuming it's not as intense as it is for gay people, because it will go down the list and it will start off as very normal kind of stuff, you know. Well, how many people have you had sex in the last 6 months? And you're like, okay, this many, and they're like, sure. And then it starts to go, top or bottom? And you're like, bottom, and they're like, okay. Anonymous sex parties? Yeah, I think so. And they're like, okay, brilliant. Fisting? No. Okay, do you take copious amounts of drugs you don't know where they're from while a man's entering you? Once. And then they're like, okay, and just one last question. Are you a little pig? You a little piggy? You like to eat from the trough, little piggy? And you have to say yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll probably leave you with this. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. I was going to ask how many people are gay here, but I'll ask how many people are straight. I mean, ask how many people are gay in a room feels like the Home Office does, doesn't it? So, let's be fair. Okay. So, how many people are straight here? Get excited about it. This is the one time in your life you can cheer for being straight. Once again. Yeah! I like this guy. Me and Paul trying to fuck the front row. And then it's the reason we did the whole show. No, so for straight people, so I'm assuming you've never, do you know what a gay sauna is? Oh, okay. He says straight. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's expandable, you know. I didn't quite mean that in the way that it sounded. It wasn't wrong. It wasn't wrong. So for anyone who doesn't know what a gay sauna is, it's like, you know, it's a sauna where gay men go to fuck each other. Up front, you have all the regular things you would have at a sauna: steam room, jacuzzis, showers, and then out back you have something that is like, you know when you go to Thorpe Park on like a Halloween horror night, and they have those mazes set up where people just like jump out of random doorways and they're like, whoa! It's basically that, but with more bodily fluids involved. No, and I've been to a gay sauna a couple of times in my life. A couple. Yes. But the first time I went to one, for some reason, I thought it would be a cracking idea to go on MDMA. Now, yeah, okay, from the people who have gone, you've taken MDMA, you know what fucking is coming. So, anyone who hasn't done MDMA, I feel like I'm explaining the whole world to you. I shouldn't be, because looking around this room, everyone's fucking done MDMA. You're all going to festivals, so I know you know. But obviously, like, when you take it, you kind of be like, I am one with the world, everyone is my friend. I can't wait to speak to everyone and just join one with the universe and hold hands. Turns out that kind of energy, not right for a gay sauna. For an environment where a lot of men want to fuck each other anonymously, it was quite hostile. I thought it'd be a bit jovial, but no. You know, with like sometimes when men get really horny, they get really serious. It was kind of like that. But it was like 50 like naked men just stood around like. And the worst part about it was I didn't fit, because I walked in. So I walked into a room. There's 4 men having sex on a bed, porn playing above them on a telly. There's a man wanking in the shadows. Which, you know, fair play, but I saw him and went, would have wanted to be me. But I walk in, 4 men fucking on the bed, porn playing above them, man wanking in the shadows, and I realise I'm the weird one because I walked up and gone, hello. I've seen the look of rejection wash over a man's face, but with a cock in his mouth at the same time. That was a new experience. But one thing that I found really interesting about gay saunas is I was chatting to someone about them the other day, and they were like, well, there's one really good thing about them is that you can top kind of you can top men, but you don't have to worry about if they're ugly or not, because like you'll never see their face. And I was like, I don't think that's quite true, because some of us, like me, are bottoms, but also owls. Who is it? Who's there? What's going on? Fernando? And that's everything I had written down. So,